Go to the corner. Here you go.
All right, let's give Michael a hand. So we're going to talk in a little bit about the one-to-one and how valuable and important it is for you to schedule those 5 appointments every week and build your business and help others move their business forward. But we have a very special guest in the room today. Dr. Anthony White is with us, and he's just a prince of a gentleman, in my opinion. He is that's right, huh, Victor?
Yeah, right.
He is a coach of many things, and he'll coach people in their personal life, in their business life, and he's been very effective in that way. I've had some really nice chats with him, but especially well known to some of our successful thinkers, he is the inventor of the deep fried cheesecake. That's right. So we're so excited to have him here today, and he's going to share with you just how to get your business going and going and going again. And let's all welcome. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Anthony White. We're working on that.
Well, how's everyone doing today?
Great.
Awesome. It is a pleasure to be standing before you all. I don't count this as, I don't take this for granted. I want to share with you all, there's so many things that have happened to me in my life because of successful thinkers. The success of the desserts, which a lot of you heard about the OMGs, but how did it come to be where it is? Can you guys hear me? Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. How did this come to be where it is? Well, as a personal coach, I've been doing personal life coaching for 25 years. And it just got to a point where my business just seemed to get stuck. It just seemed to got frozen. And have you ever had a computer and it just seemed to get frozen and you just want to throw it out the window? And this is where I came up with this concept. My computer got frozen. And just before I wanted to throw it out the window, there were 3 buttons that I hit. It was Control, Alt, Delete. And when I had this great discovery when I hit this, that it rebooted my system. I'm like, wow, I don't have to go buy a new computer. And I don't have to fix a window from throwing the computer through the window. And so it rebooted my system. And I'm thinking, wow, if that can happen for a computer, what would happen when life, we feel stuck by life, and we feel like we're frozen and we can't move and we can't go anywhere. And I said, I wish there was a Control, Alt, Delete for life. And I said, there is. And that's what I want to talk to you about. What do you do in your life or in your business where you feel stuck, where you feel frozen, where you feel like nothing's just moving for you? Well, number 1 is control. Take control of that situation. Look at the situation, analyze it, and ask yourself, is things really working the way they should work? Then alternate some things. That means whatever your priority is, you may have to put that on the back burner, and what's on the back burner, put that on the front burner. Let me give you an example. I'm a coach, been coaching for 25 years, but it seemed like business was getting slow. I had this idea. A good friend of mine says, Anthony, you should sell these cheesecakes. Like, nobody would want to buy this stuff. You know, so I go a few places, then successful thinkers, I'm talking to Michael and all these different people about it, and now, in less than 6 months, I'm still coaching, but the coaching's on the back burner. I have now the OMG's on the front burner, because you never throw anything off the stove, you just move them around on the eyes. That's what you're doing. And so now, in less than 6 months, we've been on Good Day Sacramento, we're doing all kind of state holiday parties, and just from word of mouth, I alternated what was my priority. So here's the thing, you should always have more than one thing cooking on the stove. stuck with just one thing cooking on the stove, you're going to be limited to hot water stew. So what I realized was that I had this dessert and it was working for me. But then I had a whole lot of naysayers that were telling me that it would never work. Or nobody I don't like cheesecake. Well, then maybe it's not for you. Go have a piece of chocolate cake. But for me, I like cheesecake. And so what I had to do was stop talking my idea to other folks who don't like my product. And so I deleted them from my conversation. So basically, I took control, I alternated, and I deleted the situation. How does that apply to you? I don't know what you may be going through, what you might be experiencing in your home, in your business, or even in your personal life. But if you take control of your situation, if you alternate with your priorities and delete the things that are connected to you that are dragging you down, you can't help but to be successful. Let me tell you this story as I'm on my way back to my seat, because I really don't talk really long. For people who know me, like, really now? We just got through with a 2-hour conversation, Anthony. You don't talk long? No. In Barcelona, there was a Summer Olympics, and there was a gentleman there by the name of Derek Redmond. He runs the 400-meter race, and he trained for the 400-meter race. He trained for 4 years to see himself standing on the gold medal, on the platform receiving a gold medal. He didn't train to receive a bronze, he didn't train to receive a silver, but he trained to receive a gold medal. He's there in Barcelona. He's down in the box, and the gun goes off, and he takes off running, and he pulls a hamstring. The race, people run past him, and he's there on the ground. He could have done one or two things. He could have stayed there on the ground and waited for somebody to come and help him off. Or he could have took control of the situation and said, since the race is over, I didn't come all the way to Beijing to be carried off this track. And so I'm going to take control of this situation and I'm going to limp across this. I had to alternate. Since I can't win, I got to do the next best thing, is finish. And I got to delete the people that are next to me that are telling me just get off the track so we can start the next race. I didn't come this far just to give up. And so here's the thing. He has a pull hamstring and he begins to limp. Now, for those of you who are Christian, there's a biblical underline here because I have a doctrine of theology. So if it sounds like I'm preaching, I'm sorry. It just comes out of that. So he has this. He's limping, and his coach is watching him limp. His teammates are watching him limp. But his father, who is watching him from a high platform place, comes down and breaks every rule. He breaks every international rule. He breaks every Olympic rule. And he comes down onto the field and gets his son. Because here's the great thing about this. When you network, people are going to connect themselves to you who appreciate and not going to let you give up on your situation. They're not going to let you give up on your dream. Let me push the pause button. Because I was on the verge of throwing away this situation or this idea for the OMGs. And I told Michael, I'm ready to throw in the towel. Michael told me, you can't throw this away. You have a great product here. We're going to help you push through this. No, hang in there, Anthony. Play. Now I got to a point where he was ready to throw in the towel, but his father came down and lifted him and put his arms around his shoulder and said, listen here, son, we're going to finish this race. And it didn't matter what people were saying because they watched his father and the son connect together and run and finish. And right when the father got him to the finish line, the father let him go and let him finish the race. Here's the great thing about finishing what you start. Nobody to this day really remembers who won the gold medal. They don't remember who won the silver medal, and they don't remember who won the bronze medal. But they do remember the man who finished the race. They do remember that someone who took control of a situation. They do remember the person who alternated their options, and they do remember that the person that deleted all the naysayers that were in their ear and finished what they started. If you want to be successful in your business, if you want to go to the next level, you need to connect yourself with someone that's not going to let you give up. Connect yourself with someone that's not going to let you throw in the towel. But be focused enough to say, I'm going to finish what I started because I'm rebooting my business. I'm rebooting my personal life. I'm going to a place now that no one else can stop me. When you make up your mind and determine that you want to be successful, honey, it's a sad day when a dog don't wag his own tail. If you want to be successful for yourself, no one else will be successful. My name is Anthony White, and I approve this message.
Thank you.